Transformation is coming. Regeneration for one who will fly, take to the sky and fly, take to the sky.
Badgery's Creek. Here in what are now paddocks and dairy farms, in a few years a new airport will be built. The main runway will be over there, and across there the terminal and car park. New train route will follow roughly the direction that I just came and run all the way to the centre of Sydney. Or Badgery's Creek Airport. This is what it's been called in the decades of planning and argument about where and if it would be built. However, that is not what the future airport will be called. What it will be called is still undecided. This might not look like a grand place at the moment, but it should be seen as fresh soil for a new stage of aviation in the country. And what better way to commemorate this than to honour the pioneering work of Lawrence Hargrave and name the airport the Lawrence Hargrave International Airport.
He was a man that never wanted to keep to himself the breakthroughs he made. He always, this is information, this is research, this is knowledge, and it belongs to the world. He never patented his stuff, he put it out there. He was a very generous figure.
From 1889, he carefully planned and engineered his ideas about gliders, flappers, and soaring machines. He was famous for his research even before his work on kites.
Soon we'll soar like the birds. Australia's aerial navigator's new soaring machine. It rides the storm like a seagull and breasts the hurricane like an eagle.
And this one was apparently his most successful soaring machine, mainly for testing profiles of this wing. A small model of a Lawrence Hargrave's box kite. It's about a quarter scale. He was after a stable flying base.
He was one of the best scientists this country has produced, and the first aviation scientist in the world. His ideas were essential to getting the first generation of aeroplanes into the air. Hargrave was a unique Australian in that he was truly international in his work and reputation.
He ran it on compressed air, which he had supplied from a tank, which was made out of tin plate. So he did the whole thing from producing a supply of compressed air to actually running the engine.
Hargrave's brilliant idea was to turn it backwards. Don't have the piston going up and then spin the crankshaft. Keep the crankshaft still and spin the engine around it. He designed and built this in 1889, sent 33 copies of his publications over to Europe and the United Kingdom, and 20 years later, the French redesigned that, whether they knew his engine or not. But the French came out with a Gnome engine, which then became, from 1909, the important engine of the First World War in aeroplanes, Hargrave's engine.
Travellers from all over the world will walk on Australian land for the first time right about here. Hargrave sought cooperation with Europe and America. He had a vision, how Australia could connect to the world, how science could improve human society and lead to peace between nations.
I have no doubt in my intuition that the flying machine will tend to bring peace and goodwill to all. That is the purpose of my isolated work. It is what sustains me. Nothing less than the evolution of humanity.
This place could help rekindle ideals he lost during the First World War. The Lawrence Hargrave International Airport could be a chance to help Australians think again about the vision and identity we share.
When you walk with the magic of trees, you are bringing a whole world to life. Dream of life.